Yo, what's up everyone? It's Zoros Facts here, and let's get right into it. Today, we're diving deep into the world of coding, specifically for all you beginners out there. Look, everyone starts somewhere, and whether you're just dipping your toes into the code pool or you've already written a few lines, these tips are designed to give you that extra edge in your coding journey. We're talking about those unique tricks and strategies that they don't always teach you in those beginner tutorials. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's unlock your coding potential. Before you even think about writing a line of code, it's crucial to know what you're aiming for. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't start laying bricks without a blueprint, right? Having a clear objective helps you stay focused, organized, and prevents you from going down coding rabbit holes that lead nowhere. Whether it's building a simple website or creating a game, define your project's scope right from the start. Trust me, this is key, guys. When you have that clear vision in mind, the coding process becomes much smoother. You can break down your project into smaller, more manageable tasks, which we'll get into later. So take the time to define your goals, write them down, and keep them in sight throughout your coding journey. Alright, so you've got your grand coding plan ready. Now let's break it down. Coding can feel overwhelming, especially for beginners. The key is to divide your project into smaller, bite-sized tasks. Instead of trying to build a whole website in one go, focus on coding one page at a time. Or if you're building a game, start with a single game mechanic. This approach makes coding less intimidating and allows you to celebrate those small victories along the way. As you conquer each mini-task, you gain momentum and confidence. Plus it makes debugging a whole lot easier, but we'll get to that later. This one's a no-brainer, guys. Coding is like any other skill. The more you practice, the better you get. Consistency is key here. Try to code for at least a little bit every day, even if it's just for 30 minutes. Treat it like a workout for your coding muscles. Now, practice doesn't have to mean starting a new project every day. You can revisit old projects, experiment with new features, or try solving coding challenges online. There are tons of resources out there like Codecademy, HackerRank, and LeetCode that offer coding challenges for all skill levels. Chapter 4. Learn to debug. Let's be real, guys. Debugging is an inevitable part of the coding process. You will encounter errors, bugs, and those frustrating moments when your code just doesn't work as expected. But hey, that's part of the fun. Embrace debugging as a learning opportunity, not a roadblock. Learning how to effectively debug your code is crucial. Start by understanding the error messages. They often provide valuable clues. Use debugging tools to step through your code line by line, inspect variables, and pinpoint the source of the issue. Remember, debugging is like solving a puzzle, and every solved bug makes you a better coder. Chapter 5. Use version control. Alright, let's talk about version control, something that might sound intimidating but is actually a game changer. Imagine this. You're working on a project, you make some changes, and then boom, things break. With version control systems like Git, you can track every change you make to your code. It's like having an undo button on steroids. But it's not just about undoing mistakes. Version control lets you experiment with different features, collaborate with others on projects, and easily revert back to previous versions if needed. Platforms like GitHub and GitLab make it super easy to get started with version control. Trust me, this is a tool you'll definitely want in your coding arsenal. Chapter 6. Read others' code. Now this tip might sound a bit counterintuitive, but trust me on this one. Reading other people's code is like getting a backstage pass into their coding minds. You get to see how experienced developers approach problems, structure their code, and write elegant solutions. Think of it like studying the works of master painters. You analyze their techniques, brushstrokes, and composition to learn and improve your own artistic skills. Platforms like GitHub are gold mines for open-source projects. Find projects that interest you, dive into the code base, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Okay, so you've written some code that works, but is it clean? Writing clean code is all about making your code readable, maintainable, and understandable, both for yourself and for others who might work on your code in the future. Think of it like this. Would you rather read a well-organized book with clear chapters and paragraphs or a jumbled mess of words? Use meaningful variable names, write clear comments, and follow coding conventions. Remember, Clean code is a superpower that every developer should strive for. Chapter 8. Join a coding community. Coding doesn't have to be a solitary pursuit. Joining a coding community, whether online or in person, can be a game changer. It's a place to connect with other coders, share your knowledge, ask for help, and learn from others' experiences. Online communities like Stack Overflow, Reddit's programming subreddits, and Discord servers dedicated to coding are great places to start. Attending local meetups or hackathons is another fantastic way to network with fellow coders. Remember, coding is more fun when you're part of a supportive community. Chapter 9. Keep up with new technologies. The world of technology is constantly evolving, and coding is no exception. New programming languages, frameworks, and tools emerge all the time. Staying updated with the latest trends and technologies is essential for any coder, especially beginners. Follow tech blogs, subscribe to coding newsletters, and engage in online forums to stay in the loop. Don't feel pressured to learn everything, but having a general awareness of the latest advancements will give you a competitive edge and open up new possibilities in your coding journey. Chapter 10. Build projects. Alright, time to put all that knowledge into practice. Building projects is hands down the best way to solidify your coding skills and gain real-world experience. Don't be afraid to start small. Think of simple projects that interest you. Maybe a to-do list app, a basic calculator, or a simple game. As you gain confidence, challenge yourself with more complex projects. The key is to apply what you've learned, experiment with different concepts, and build a portfolio of projects that showcase your skills. Remember, the more you build, the better you become. So there you have it, 10 unique coding tips to level up your coding game. Remember guys, coding is a journey, not a destination. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and never stop learning. There's always something new to discover in the world of coding. Now, I'm curious to hear from you. What are some of your favorite coding tips, especially for beginners? Drop them in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. And hey, if you found these tips helpful, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more coding goodness, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads. Until next time, happy coding! Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more coding tips and tutorials. Happy coding!